I'm 27F, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that one tiny lie can completely spiral out of control. Growing up, I lived in a modest middle-class household with parents who believed in saving every penny and keeping up appearances. Our house was always spotless, we wore ironed clothes even to the grocery store, and we didn't talk about family problems outside the house. My parents weren't bad people, they just valued discipline and frugality above all else. Looking back, it was probably their way of compensating for not having much when they were younger. I got my first real job at 24, working in marketing for a mid-sized company. That's where I met Emily. Emily was everything I wasn't: confident, loud, and effortlessly stylish. She was the kind of person who always had her nails done, her hair in perfect curls, and her phone filled with vacation pictures. She grew up rich, and she made sure everyone knew it. It wasn't in a braggy way, though. It was more like wealth was her default setting, and she couldn't imagine life being any different. We became friends over time, mostly because we worked on the same team, and Emily was the kind of person who made you feel included. She'd invite me to coffee or lunch, and soon I was hearing all about her fancy dinners, her parents' vacation home, and the designer shoes she bought on a whim. I admired her confidence and envied her lifestyle, though I'd never admit it. It all started with a stupid comment during one of those lunches. Emily looked at me, smiling, and said, "You're so polished, you could totally pass as a millionaire's daughter." I should have laughed it off. I should have changed the subject. Instead, I blurted out, "Well, my dad owns a few businesses, so I guess I get it from him." I have no idea why I said it. It just came out. Emily's eyes lit up. "Really? That's so cool. What kind of businesses?" My brain scrambled for something believable, and I ended up mumbling something about logistics and real estate. She didn't press for details, and I thought I'd gotten away with it. But that one lie set everything in motion. Emily introduced me to her friend group shortly after, a mix of wealthy 20-somethings who were just as polished and put together as she was. They just assumed I was like them, and I didn't correct them. Instead, I leaned into it. I started posting pictures on Instagram that made me look more upscale: a coffee shop in a fancy hotel lobby, a public park that looked like it could be part of a private estate, and even a luxury car parked on the street that wasn't mine. To keep up the charade, I borrowed designer clothes and accessories from another coworker who sold secondhand luxury items. I'd snap a picture and return them the next day. I wasn't spending any real money, but it still felt like I was teetering on the edge of a cliff every time I posted something. Things escalated quickly. Emily started inviting me to exclusive events, charity galas, rooftop parties, you name it. I always had an excuse to avoid paying for anything big. I'd joke about waiting for my dad's credit card replacement or pretend I had meetings to attend. It worked, but the pressure to keep up was intense. Then Emily hit me with the big one. Her family was hosting a massive yacht party, and she insisted I bring my parents to meet everyone. She said it so casually, like it was the most normal thing in the world. I laughed nervously and told her I'd check with them, but my stomach was doing backflips. My parents wouldn't fit into that world, not even for a second. My dad wears clothes from clearance racks, and my mom is the type to bring coupons to fancy restaurants. For days, I toyed with the idea of hiring actors to play my parents. I even looked up agencies, but the cost was insane, and it felt like a disaster waiting to happen. I thought about coming clean to Emily, but every time I got close, I'd chicken out. I couldn't handle the idea of her laughing at me, or, worse, telling everyone else. When I finally mentioned the party to my parents, they were thrilled. They thought it was so sweet of Emily's family to invite us and started planning their outfits immediately. My mom found a dress at a discount store, and my dad pulled out his one good suit. Watching them get so